I'm in the middle of live convention.
Hi everybody, and thank you for coming back to the BNS channel. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Hi everybody, and thank you as always for coming back to the BNS channel. Today we're going to talk about 2012. We only have about 2 weeks left before 2012 hits us. So I want to be prepared. I would imagine you would too. So as we're planning the end of this year, looking at our taxes and making sure we have all of our receipts in order and making sure that all of our parties are closed and people are getting their orders in time for Christmas, it's a very busy time. Not only are you concentrating on your business, but you're also concentrating on your personal life. And there's a lot of events going on, whether you wrap presents or go shopping or spend time with family by traveling or having people visit. It's just a very busy time. However, once we have the opportunity to kind of gather our thoughts and put together a plan for 2012, I usually go by a 12-step process. And the first step that I do is I send my calendar with 12 dates highlighted, usually in the first 2 weeks, on my calendar in January to my past hostesses, my family, my friends, anybody that I think wanted to book a party in January. I'll send them that calendar and have them write their name in on the date that they are wanting to have their party. It's very beneficial to have the first 12 days booked in January because everything else kind of flows from that. And you're going to find that if you can fill up the beginning of January, that the end of January is going to kind of fill up on its own. So that's the first thing. You want to set yourself off on the right start right away in the new year. And the next thing that I would do is contact all of last year's January hostesses. One, they've already committed to before. And two, that was the right time frame for them because they hosted a party last year. So contact them. It's been a year. It's time for them to renew their own product and to get new people in. So ask them first. Always give them first dibs. Okay? Then the next thing, then you start getting serious. And once you have determined that those parties are set up, that you've contacted your January hostesses, now you want to set yourself up for the rest of the year. So I'm going to kind of go over some things that I think that you really need to focus on and to write down and to set for yourself. So the first thing is, what do you want your monthly paycheck or commission to be? The second thing is, how much sales do you want to be able to do per month personally? Now, that's going to coincide with the first one because depending on how much sales you do is going to depend on how much commission you make in most cases. The number of parties per month that you want to do. Do you want to do one a week? Do you want to do 5 a week? Do you want to do one every weekend? That's your choice. That's the benefit of having a home business. But you need to set that in your mind and make sure that you follow through with it. The next thing would be, what do you want your party average to be? Is it $300? Is it $1,000? Set that up in your mind. And there are no wrong answers here, okay? So write down your answers. How many new bookings do you want per party? So how many new parties do you want scheduled from a party that you're at? And I'm going to give you an example. I had someone who wanted to book 2 parties at the party that they were going to. And that was their norm. They wanted to book 2 parties from every party that they do. Well, they were struggling. They were having a hard time. And then I found out that they actually were not going to their party with 2 hostess packets ready to go. So in their mind, they weren't going to get those hostesses to sign up because they weren't actually processing it that it was going to happen. So if you're going to want 2 parties a month, bring 2 hostess packs with you, okay? How many recruit leads do you want per month, per party? I'm sorry. Leads mean that it's someone that has interest. It doesn't mean that they're actually going to sign on the dotted line. Okay? How many signed new recruits do you want per month? With Scentsy, we have what's called a 2-year plan. We want to do 2 recruits a month with a minimum of $2,000 in sales a month. If we do that for 2 years, they're guaranteeing that we're going to make as much money as a lawyer or as a doctor. That's huge. That's huge. So if we can consistently get that every month, that's a plan and we want to stick to it. So that's what you want to do. Which incentives do you want to earn this coming year with your company? And sometimes there's company incentives, sometimes there's team incentives. It's up to you. Then number of hostesses or customer calls per day. Are you going to add 10 calls per day to past customers or hostesses? Are you going to do 5? Commit to something. And I know people don't like doing phone calls, but they are such a necessary evil. They really are. And then team productivity. If you are a leader or a director, then you want to set up some goals for you and your team. So where do you want your team to be? What team numbers do you want? What team amounts of recruits do you want? That way you can encourage them to get to those goals as well. So make sure you write these down, okay? Because written goals are going to stick better here with you and resonate better than ones that you just think through, okay? So then number 4, get serious about your 2012 schedule. That means that you want to turn your plans and goals into action steps, things that you're actually going to do. It's fine and dandy to write this stuff down, but if you don't have a plan to implement it, it's not going to work out for you, okay? So number 5, contact 12 for 2012. Start strong in 2012 by contacting 12 people that you would like to join your team or that you think has either 1, shown interest, 2, could use this in their lives, 3, maybe they're ready to sign up, or maybe they said no once, but no doesn't mean now, not at all. No means not right now, right? So contact 12 people for recruiting purposes. Number 6, contact your Cupids. I love this one. February is just a month away once you start January, right? So that's Valentine's Day. So what I typically will suggest is that you call the husbands of the hostesses and the customers that you've had, that you're comfortable calling, and find out if you can help them fulfill a gift-giving idea for Valentine's Day. Now, typically what we like to do at our parties is each person creates a wish list. So if you've been good all year long and you've had your hostesses and your customers produce a wish list, then you have a stack of those somewhere that you can call the Cupids and say, this is what she's wanting. This is, she said that she wanted to have this, but she couldn't have it right now. Do you want to have this and want me to order it for you for Valentine's Day? I'll wrap it up for you. We'll get it ready and you can go ahead and give it to her. That's a great idea, okay? Number 7, develop a fresh list of 100. When you first started with this journey, I expressed to you that you needed to build a list of 100. The list of 100 is acquaintances, contacts, people in your organizations, at your work, in your church, anybody that you feel could have any faint interest, whether it's to buy, to join, or to host with Scentsy or whatever company you're dealing with. What I need you to do in the new year is to refresh that. There's going to be some people that you have found out at this point don't want anything to do with what you're doing. Or there are going to be people who are signed up, they've joined, or they have become part of your hostess list. So you want to kind of weed those out and put in some new ones. Don't just keep getting that list smaller. You want to keep building it or at least maintain 100. So you want to go back in. Your child's in a new grade. They've got new teachers. They've probably got new friends. They might be switching classes, new sporting events. new clubs, new organizations. Maybe you've joined something new for the new year, a gym or something like that. So you've got new contacts, you've got new people that you are associated with, and you should be ramping up that list of 100. The next thing is 8 and 9 are kind of the same. Once you've revamped that list, you need to either email them or call them. By having them on that list of 100 and not doing anything with them, do you think they're psychic and know that they need to call you? Remember, this is not about you. It's not about me. It's about them. It's about them. It's about wanting to provide them with an opportunity to change something in their lives. Now, by doing that with somebody else, you actually are changing something in your own life, but they don't care about that. So it's not about you. It's about them. Okay? So remember, you got to email them. You got to call them. You got to find out what it is that they want and help them with that. Number 10, register for events. In January, all of the new events and fairs and expos go into a new phase of planning. Okay? Most direct sales companies only allow one consultant per event. So you need to get in there ASAP. Sign up, make sure that you're going to be at those fairs and events, and get going so that you can see people, you can meet new people, expose yourself to people so that they know that you're available, that you sell this, that you're recruiting, that you're building a team. Get signed up for the events. Search on Google, find the events near you. Number 11, commit to tracking. Track your sales, track your recruits, track your numbers, track your increase, track your decrease. That's going to give you good insight as to where you stand. And as the years progress, if this is your first year, then it's going to be the first year of tracking. If this is your second year, then you can compare it to last year. And that's going to help you grow your business, because when you can see how it's worked out before and how you're doing it now and the changes that you implemented, you're golden. You're going to have some really good insight to how to get your business off the ground or in a better advantage point. And number 12, be accountable. Make sure that if you're going to take the time to do all of these steps, that you hold yourself accountable. Now, first of all, we cannot do this alone. Find a friend, team up with somebody to help each other so that you can hold each other accountable. Find a group, find your team members, find your leader. Hold yourself accountable. Create your goals, set them up, and initiate them. Right now, I want to thank you for joining me here at the BNS channel. This may be my last video for the year, so it's not a sad thing. It's just taking some time off for myself. I might sneak one in there before the new year. I don't know. But Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I am so grateful to have you guys as part of my network. I am grateful and blessed to be part of this network, and I want you all to have a sensational day, a sensational week, and the rest of the month. And we'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye now.